This podcast is with Leisa Zylstra, who is the Sales and Marketing Director at Park Center in Newton, and it's about their effort to expand and improve their memory care. They have a fundraiser going on for that, which started back in March, and she'll tell us about that in just a few minutes. But first of all, let's talk about our sponsors. Thank you very much to the folks supporting the Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast, trying to fill a void for local programming in the Newton areas. First of all, Ryan's Tire and Auto on First Avenue, Newton. They say thank you to all their dedicated customers and friends for your continued support. It means the world to them. Prices you can afford, quality you can trust, with service you deserve at Ryan's Tire and Auto on First Avenue, Newton. Tony Pesca, Iowa Realty. Give her a call at 641-417-8484. 641-417-8484. She found the right house for Little Red and myself, and she will find the right one for you too. Also, the gang at Newton Clinic, they do a great job there. I have done all my doctoring, as you could say, at Newton Clinic for the last 16 years and been very happy with their service there. And they say on their Facebook page, don't let the flu slow you down this season. Protect yourself and your loved ones with a flu shot at Newton Clinic. Schedule yours today and stay ahead of the sniffles. Go to newtonclinic.com. That's newtonclinic.com and check it out. And also by Newton Des Moines East KOA.
Dinner, Death, and Diamonds. Join Iowa Chef of the Year Aaron Holt from Doolittle Farm and the team at Alta House Event Center for an unforgettable dinner and murder mystery experience in Newton on Saturday, February 15th. This Valentine's Day, step into the world of Regency-era elegance and intrigue. The event includes an exquisite farm-to-table dinner from Chef Aaron Holt, a signature drink ticket and full bar available, delectable chocolates to savor, and diamond play, an opportunity to try your hand for a genuine diamond. You'll be swept up in a night where love, scandal, and murder collide. Join us on February 15th at the Death and Diamonds Murder Mystery Dinner Experience at Alta House Event Center in Newton. Act now, as tickets are limited and selling quickly for this one-of-a-kind event. More information is available at deathanddiamonds.com.
This podcast today is with Leisa Zylstra, who is Director of Sales and Marketing for Park Center. And I just want to, first of all, thank you and the gang here at Park Center for supporting the Out and About with Jamie Grout podcast. You guys do a great job here, and as an endorsement, you guys take great care of my sister, who has been going through a lot with Parkinson's disease, but she started out here in assisted living, and unfortunately, she is kind of digressed because that's how Parkinson's disease has been, but I couldn't be any more happy with the care that she has received. So if you're looking for a place maybe to retire, no matter what your health situation is, consider Park Center. I endorse it 100%. And you have a project dealing with memory care. Why don't you tell us about that, Leisa?
Yes, thanks so much, Jamie, for asking me to be on the podcast today to share about this really important project that we're working on at Park Center. I've been fortunate to be on your podcast before and shared a little bit about Park Center in that we are a full continuum of care organization. We have independent living, assisted living, as you mentioned, and then we have long-term care, which is our health center. And within long-term care, we have a dedicated memory wing that we call Garden View. And that is a wing that we care for individuals with Alzheimer's and other dementia diseases. Dementia and Alzheimer's, they are progressive diseases. And so for individuals that the disease has progressed so much that they are in need of 24/7 care, we are able to provide that level of care here at Park Center.
And you were telling me before we started recording that Jasper County especially has a large number of people who are dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia.
That's right. So in Jasper County, we are seeing an increase in individuals that are 65 and older with dementia and other memory-related illnesses. And statewide, there is 11% of the state living with these types of illnesses. whereas in Jasper County, we have 11.2%. So we're just above the state average. But what that means is that there are more than 800 people in our county that are receiving care or may need to receive care for a dementia-related illness. And these are neighbors and friends, and really we think that that number is much higher, as we know that there are individuals that may have these types of illnesses that maybe haven't been diagnosed quite yet.
So, Lisa, how do the professionals here at Park Center deal with people who are going through these tough times with Alzheimer's and dementia?
Well, as I mentioned with Garden View, we have the memory care, which is 24/7. Our caregivers are fantastic. The level of care that they provide for our residents and even extends into family members.
I see.
They have special training to be able to specifically provide services to individuals with these types of memory and dementia illnesses. And it goes even beyond the residents, but really helping to care for the families as well, because certainly this type of an illness impacts everyone in a family, not just the resident.
Oh, no, I can speak from personal experience. My grandmother Grout was in a nursing home in Winterset, and it was very sad because she lived into her 90s, but I think even at the end, she probably didn't even recognize her son, who was my dad. And she had gotten to the point, Lisa, where she was going into other residents' rooms and stealing their clothes because she thought those clothes were hers. And so we had to label all of her clothes. And you're right, it does affect an entire family if somebody in your family is dealing with this. So how do you want to expand the Garden View? And what you're going through these fundraising times right now? You just want to have better care? Do you want to build onto the building and add more rooms? What do you want to do in that regard, Lisa?
Great question, Jamie, and thanks for giving me the opportunity to share about it a little bit. The care in the memory care unit is fantastic. It's unparalleled. The level of care that they are providing the residents is just wonderful. What we are looking to do is really enhance the space so that it will be more home-like for our residents and really enhance the health span of the residents that we are providing care to. The footprint of Garden View will not change. It will be the same amount of square footage, but what we will do is be able to really renovate the space. That section of Park Center was built about 20 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. And in that time, there's been a lot of things that have changed as far as delivering care. 20 years ago, it was very common to have a large nurses station because nurses needed to chart and have a place to sit. Well, that's not the standard of care anymore. Now it is being able to chart on a computer. So really looking at the space, how can we make it more home-like so that residents truly feel like it is their home? Family members can come in and have a specific space to connect. So what we're looking at doing in the footprint is really dedicating space for the residents and family members. There will be a specific space for connection with family members. There will be an activity space. One thing right now they really don't have is a dining room. They're kind of doing everything in one location. So they're eating their meals, doing activities, maybe connecting with family, all in the same space. So we really want to give them that designated space that can be their dining room. Just like we have at our own home, we have a dining room where we go to eat our meals. We want that for our residents as well. And so this project will completely renovate the space. There is a spa back in Garden View, our memory care wing, that will get completely updated. Our kitchen is going to be updated. Right now we don't have a commercial hood in there, so we're limited on what we can cook. But being able to have a full hood, full functioning kitchen, as well as that dining room. Another piece of it that we're really excited about is we have some fantastic outdoor space for our residents. We know how important that is for residents to be able to be outdoor, fresh air. And so that is going to get completely revamped so that it will be a much more resident-friendly space. that they will be able to utilize. So we're very excited about overall this project and the impact that it will have for our residents.
You have quite a fundraising committee. Tell us about that, Leisa.
Yes, we are so fortunate to have great representation from the community on our committee. Our co-chairs are Dr. Patrick Edwards, who is our medical director here at Park Center, and Susan Fortune. And then our committee is comprised of Lonnie Barton, Mike Caldenberg, Sarah Patterson, Sherry DeCook, Steve Knight. I am also serving on the committee, as well as Sophia Ahmad, who is Wesley Life's Vice President of Philanthropy.
That's great. And fundraising is going really well, but you still need to raise more funds, correct?
You are right. We have just been so grateful for the response we have gotten from individuals in the community and organizations for this project. We have a $1 million goal to achieve our vision, and as of the end of December, we had raised $852,000 for this project. And our focus is to be able to get those remaining funds by the end of March so that we can start this project this spring. It's a big dollar amount, but at the same time, we think it has such a big impact on individuals. And we just feel really fortunate that for starting a campaign in March of 2024, that we are able to move this quickly with the fundraising. And that is certainly to the generosity of the Newton community and the individuals and organizations that are supporting this project.
Speaking of supporting the project, if people listening want to support this financially or volunteer their time to help raise funds, how can they go about doing that, Leisa?
They can reach out to me at Park Center by calling 641-791-5000 and ask to speak with me, and I would be happy to meet with them, share with them a little bit more about the project goals, what we envision for the space, and how it will impact and benefit our residents.
Well, and certainly this is a great cause that people should get in on. I guess I wanted to ask you on a personal level, what do you like best about your job here at Park Center? It seems like you really embrace it. You've been doing this, and you find great joy in doing what you're doing.
I do find great joy in it, and it's interesting that Park Center's tagline is "Pursue Your Joy," and I feel like I get to come and do that every week, every day that I get to come here. There's so much that I like about my job, but certainly it's getting to know the residents and their family members, no matter what level of living that is at, independent living, assisted living, the health center, and just being able to help them through whatever it may be that they're going through, whether they're needing help with a loved one to get them into assisted living, or maybe they just need help with resources. And so I'm a people person, and that's definitely the heart of why I love my job.
So the last time we did a podcast, it was about the Good Samaritan Fund.
Yes.
Before we wrap up, I want to touch on that. For those who don't know, what is the Good Samaritan Fund?
The Good Samaritan Fund is based upon the Wesley Life Promise, which in a nutshell says that if a resident comes into Park Center or Wesley Life community and depletes their financial resources through no fault of their own, that we will never ask them to leave their home. And that, again, plays into all levels of living, and it's something that residents or family members can feel good about if someone moves here, that essentially Park Center is going to take care of them as long as we get the opportunity to.
And that, I can do testimony and endorsement is one of the reasons that when we were looking for a place for my sister, after she had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, your predecessor assured me that once she comes in, they're not going to be kicking her out.
Right.
Which we didn't want to have the hassle at, trying to move her from place to place to place. That's one of the great things about Park Center.
Right.
Anything else you want to add about this fundraiser that you have going on?
I would just encourage individuals, if they're interested in learning more, please reach out to me. Every gift counts, and every gift makes an impact. So even if it's someone who thinks, well, I don't know that I have a lot to give, we appreciate gifts at every level because it truly does make an impact. And we feel very fortunate that we're able to provide this level of care in our community. We are a nonprofit, which the Good Samaritan Fund, as we just talked about, that is part of what plays into us and being a nonprofit and what we feel like is at the heart of our mission for what we are doing. And so we are very excited about this project, especially that we're going to be able to start on it relatively quickly, and just for the impact that it will have on our residents.
And again, if people want to contact you, I have the number memorized, 641-791-5000. How else can they contact you, Leisa?
Yes, that's probably the best way to reach out to me. And if you get the main switchboard, they can connect you to me.
All right, great. Our interview guest has been Leisa Zylstra, who is Director of Sales and Marketing at Park Center. Contact her. You'll be glad you did. It's a great organization. This podcast also sponsored by the fine folks at Free Classified Weekly, Westside Java Coffee Bar, and Wesley Life Park Center. Also by Advantage Credit Union.
Are you feeling financially drained? Tired of high interest rates and endless debt? Fear not, your financial superhero has arrived. Advantage Credit Union is here to rescue you from financial distress. With our powerful loan refinancing options, you could lower your monthly payments, shorten your loan term, and free up cash for a brighter future. Unleash your financial superpower today. Call us at 641-792-5660 or apply online at acuiowa.org.
Subject to credit approval, terms and conditions may apply. See credit union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Until next time, out is out. See ya.